What's up, guys? The international break is almost over and the Reds and the Premier League is almost back, which is great because international football, it can send you asleep. So Liverpool travel to St Mary's. We play Southampton after being in great form before the international break with a win against Villa and obviously the midweek win against Bayer Leverkusen. We've got a big couple of set of fixtures coming up. We've got Southampton at the weekend, we've got Real Madrid midweek, then they got another big one against Man City, then it's like Newcastle, Everton. It's getting to the real business part of the season where we can actually see where Liverpool are, see the mentality and actually fully test ourselves, because we just keep facing these different tests and we keep passing the test, which is great, but it just gets you more and more enthusiastic and more interested in how we're going to face the next test. Everyone was going, oh, we haven't played anyone. And then we went and played in a couple of weeks Chelsea, Bayer Leverkusen, Arsenal, Villa, and we passed that test. We're through. We're top of the league. We are, I don't know how many points clear we are now. We're 5 points clear ahead now. And we have a real big opportunity to extend that gap and a real big opportunity to put a bigger statement out to the league and say, look, we're here, we can win this thing, and we're not, it's not a flash in the pan. This is the way Liverpool are going to be moving forward. So Southampton at the weekend, on paper, this is actually the easiest game of the season. Maybe the fact that it's away makes it a little bit difficult, but these are bottom of the league. These have been an awful form. We have been in the best form, but these games when you're playing teams like this can be the most dangerous. In recent years, we've seen the amount of times we've came up against bottom of the league and we've actually dropped points or we've actually fumbled the bag. I don't know that much about this Southampton team. I'm not going to lie, I haven't watched Southampton a lot this season, but I do know they've only got one win in the league this season and they are bottom of the table, which is a test for Liverpool in different ways than playing the top teams. Look, you know, everyone was saying we haven't played anyone, but you still have to beat what's in front of you. As regards to Liverpool, we've had a good international break. It's looking like everyone's coming back unscathed. Maybe a little bit of caution around Virgil van Dijk, but he's came back early. Hopefully he'll be fit and firing, ready to go to play against his former club. But everyone else really has had decent international breaks. Salah's had a rest. We've got Curtis Jones in incredible form, obviously scoring on his England debut. And we've got Kelleher in between the sticks, doing all right for Ireland, obviously, if you disregard the game at Wembley. In regard to Liverpool injuries, Trent Alexander-Arnold, I'm not really sure where he's up to, but I think if you're playing a bottom of the league team against Southampton, you know, these are the games that you probably could rotate in them positions like full-back, centre-back, rotate in the midfield. Obviously, you want to keep your rhythm. You want to not take them for granted and want to actually still put out the best side to get the job done. But I think Bradley will come in at right back, and I do think he will be sound, obviously. Captain now of Northern Ireland. I think we've learnt a lot. I think Slot's learnt a lot from that first international break, because after that first international break, that's when we actually got beat by Nottingham Forest, and we saw that he did try and rotate and change things up in the second time after the second international break when we beat Chelsea. So I'm expecting it to be a slightly rotated side, but I'm definitely expecting him not to take Southampton for granted and definitely put out a strong side that is capable of beating any team in the Premier League. So I'm just going to throw out my starting 11 prediction. Alisson, even if he is ready, I would still stick with Kelleher in goal and keep Alisson in and around the squad, ready to rest for the big games against Real Madrid and Man City. But if he's not ready, it's not too big of an issue. Obviously, Alisson is the best keeper in the world and we expect him to come straight back into the team. But Kelleher this season has stepped up and has proved to be why we call him the best number 2 in the world. So I'm going to go Kelleher in goal. We'll go with Bradley right back. We'll go with Van Dijk. I do think he'll be fine. I think obviously it's just a precaution. Netherlands, international football, there's probably not a lot to play for in the Nations League at the moment. So it'll be Van Dijk, Konate, and I actually think Robertson will play at left back if he's changing Bradley on the right here, put Robertson at left back. Obviously, Tsimikas and Robertson have been interchanging, but Robertson's in great form, obviously scoring a winner against Poland for Scotland. And then in midfield, I think he's going to go with Gravenberch, McAllister and Jones. Maybe not, actually. Do you know what? I'm actually going to change that a little bit. I think he's going to go Gravenberch, Jones and Szoboszlai. I think McAllister, obviously, on a trip back from Argentina, he always has a shaky game after international football. So I expect him to go with the European guys that have less travel and have had less game time as well. So we'll go with Szoboszlai, Jones and Gravenberch, and a front three of Mo Salah, Luis Diaz. And I don't know if Diogo Jota is going to be back in the starting 11, but I do think Darwin Núñez will start up front, and then obviously later in the game, if we need to interchange it, we can. I'm going to be watching this game in the sky on a plane. The plane does have Wi-Fi. I've checked it because I'm on the way home. I'll be back in time for the Real Madrid game midweek. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the Premier League being back, and hopefully it's just a straightforward win for Liverpool. Nothing crazy, just a straightforward win. Get the job done. Keep the momentum going, and hopefully we can maintain ourselves at the top of the league, and who knows, we could even extend our lead at the top of the Premier League. So I'm going to go for a prediction of a 2-0 win for the Reds with goals from Mo Salah, and let's go Conor Bradley. Let's go Conor Bradley. It's a bit random, but let's go Conor Bradley. And I am looking forward to the Premier League being back. It's a massive week of football. I'm going to be doing a match day vlog for the Real Madrid game. So if you want to watch that and stick around for that, make sure you subscribe to this channel. There's going to be so many more Liverpool content coming out. And I'm just looking forward to the Arne Slot's Reds running wild in the Premier League and hopefully be fighting for all these trophies until the end of the season. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your opinions, your predictions, your score predictions, your starting 11 predictions in the comments down below. Let's start a conversation. I appreciate you all. I'll respond to every comment I can. And yeah, so we'll see you soon. Up the Reds.